Welcome to this version of Lee's Open Mic, and today I got Preacher Lawson hanging out with me. First time on the show, first time we've met. Good to see you, sir.
Pleasure.
Just learned he grew up in Memphis, originally Portland, Oregon.
Yes.
Gravitated there somehow.
Yeah. I don't know why we moved, but we moved a lot. I moved 20 times before I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, we moved. The first time I ever went to a school full year without moving, I was in 8th grade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that sounds like the beginnings of a comic mind right there, because you got to learn how to deal with strangers pretty quickly.
And adapt, like really hard. Yeah. So that was a lot. I mean, people, every time I tell someone that, they're like, they always assume it's the military.
Right.
Type. You know what I mean? Like, it was the military. And it kind of was, you know, get on the ground now! You know, it's kind of a lot of that when we were moving. But it was, yes, I mean, it was fun. I mean, I definitely adapted and learned different cultures, different people. You know? So, yeah.
So growing up, I mean, was comedy something you were thinking about? How did you end up here?
I always loved comedy. You know, I was always scared to get on stage. I mean, but I was writing jokes when I was like 16. But I used to watch Comic View. It wasn't like specific comedians I used to love. I used to love like Eddie Murphy's movies, Jim Carrey, you know, the Jamie Foxx show, Martin, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know, those sitcoms. I used to watch I used to love Seinfeld. Yeah. You know, it's funny, but I didn't like Seinfeld's stand-up until I started doing stand-up.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I remember watching the show, thinking the show was amazing. But I think the stand-up bits before the show never really got me. Yeah. But then I started watching his actual stand-up, and I'm like, oh, this dude's a genius.
Right.
Yeah. So,
yeah, because since you're seeing it from the other side now, you're going, like that documentary he did, Comedian.
I watched that.
Where he refused to do any old material and go up there essentially naked and try and not have anything to fall back on is crazy to really folks insane. Who are in the business.
But it's even more crazy at his stature because he already had the #1 show of all time. And
you don't have to put yourself through that. Yeah. But he did.
And he did. And that's how you develop more material. Yeah. You know, so good for him. I mean, I'm gonna have to do that after this special. So
yeah. So you got a special coming out?
I'm getting ready for it.
You're getting ready for it.
I'm getting the special ready.
Oh, I got you. So that's what we're gonna build, and then you got to chuck it because when you go visit fans now, they're going to require something new.
Yeah, we already heard that, Joe.
You heard it.
You know, so
that's right.
So I'm working on that right now. It's a lot of work, but I'm trying.
Yeah. So when you travel from club to club and venue to venue, I mean, are you trying to taper it to what localities offer up? Are you looking for found humor in those places, or are you just trying to stick with the act to build it? Yeah.
I mean, something funny happens. Like when I was in the Bahamas about a month ago, and for work, I can't afford it. I was in Nassau, and there's a amusement park. You know, outside the hotel, there's a 60-foot drop. You know, at that amusement park. I got to the top of that 60-foot slide. You know, in the water park.
Like at Atlantis?
Yeah, it was a water park, 60-foot slide. I got to the top and I peed on myself. Right. True story. I peed on myself. Not because I was scared, but because it's a water park. Like, why would I not? You know what I mean? Right, yeah. When I see urinals at water parks, I'm like, why are you wasting space? Like, it's just, urinal at water park like soap in my house. It's there for decoration. Anyway, so I was there.
That's called urge incontinence, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yeah, I believe it is.
Yeah, I knew that.
You get a doctor looking at it.
Yeah. But when I did it, and then the ride shut down right before I went on. So I'm trying to make that funny because it was like a ride. The ride shut down. It was the actual shutdown. Like the dude was like, you can't go on. We had an accident. And I was like, you have no idea how right you are. Like we did. That's why I got to go on the ride. Yeah. And then he pointed it out. He was like, you're wet right now. I was like, oh, I was in the pool. You know, he was like with one leg. And it was just stupid. So I think take stories as things happen to me, and I just try to make that funny.
You know what I would hate sometimes is you do a specific venue like that, and you come up with found humor, and the joke is so good I'd almost be mad because I can't take this with me.
Yeah.
So it only works here. But I've just figured out, you know what? I'm just going to rebuild it someplace else.
Yeah.
And tell the audience the story because I'm tired of wasting stuff.
Yeah. So you just make it seem like that story that happened there at that water park in Kentucky. You know
or I just tell them the story like you did with me. You know.
Maybe I do. Yeah. So joke writing is hard.
Yeah. So now, are we in a relationship? We trying to make that work while on the road?
Yeah, I got a girlfriend, man, and she just dropped her single. She's a comedian. Excuse me, she's a singer. She's signed to Atlantic Records. She has a song called, I forgot what. Hold on, it's about me. So, but it's pretty dope. She got a song about me. You know, we've been dating a couple years, and
it's a positive song, right? I mean,
yeah, it's really positive.
Good.
Really positive. Yeah. Really nasty, but anyways.
Well, good for you, man. Because all that'll change when you get married, you know. So enjoy that. Yeah.
It'll change?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, I'm not ready for that.
Yeah, that'd be a different kind of nasty. You don't want to hear it.
Nasty doesn't do the dishes.
Right.
So she, it's going. You know what I mean?
Good for you, man. That sounds like you're living the dream then.
It's pretty good, man. I can't complain at all. Actually, I can. I'm just not gonna complain. No, I'm good, man. I'm really lucky to be in this position. It's the greatest. I don't know, I'm excited.
And I mean, if you had your druthers, you would. I know you'd want some sort of TV deal or be able to do movies like your heroes. But is there anything better than doing stand-up?
No.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I agree.
Right. There's nothing better.
Especially when it's good.
Yeah, and I want to do everything. But stand-up is like.
So you'd always come back to it, no matter what success you achieve.
100%. I would do stand-up, and hopefully I get a TV. I would, if I had it my way, I get a TV show, and that goes for a couple of years, and I venture out in the movies, and then I become like a movie star.
Yeah.
And then later on, movies start bombing. You know, like every other community actor.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
But I want to have really good movies, classics,
Yeah.
and then bomb later.
Right.
You know.
So now, on stage, as far as experiences go, have you had just a horrific night where something has gone just really wrong?
I've been booed. Some girl ran up and hit me in the area with a champagne bottle. I've had people throw stuff at me. Some people try to fight me.
Well, at least she's got taste. I mean, champagne. It wasn't like a PBR or something. She with a champagne bottle.
Nah.
Was it a celebration? Let me ask. Was it a bachelorette party that had gone wrong?
I think it was like a bachelor, something like that. It might have been something like that.
Most of the trouble I've had, it's usually bachelorette parties.
Yeah.
What most people don't know about comics is the heckler we hate the most is usually a woman.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Because men understand
we will fight you, right?
Rule of conflict.
Yeah,
they understand rules of engagement. So a guy will say something stupid, you'll shut him down because you're a trained professional, and he'll go, touche.
Touche.
He'll back up. Women just try to out-talk you.
That was yesterday. Yesterday when I was on stage, this
Doesn't
one
matter
lady,
what you say, right?
I was on stage and I said, does anybody have any questions? Because, it was dumb. But I said, I'll take pictures after the show, but don't ask me questions. If you have a question, I'll give you all 3 questions right now. And someone said, it's her birthday! I was like, that's not a question. That's not even, that's not a question. And I got the girl on stage, we took a picture, and then went off stage, and she kept, like, yelling, so I had to, like, get her. You know what I mean?
Right. And then it got ugly.
Then it got, it was really funny.
Oh, good. Well, no, that's what you do. You have to make it funny.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's not what you want to do.
How do you handle hecklers? Like, people handle hecklers different.
Well, a couple of things, and I learned from older guys, is first try to ignore it. And a tip, one of the guys, Southern comic gave me, named James Gregory, he said, get soft. So if it's just table conversation, just noise, as opposed to them actually yelling at you directly, you soften your voice, because a lot of times they'll hear themselves and they'll shut up. So I start getting close to the mic.
Get real quiet. That's another technique.
Yeah.
And then people.
And then I kind of move towards them, and then if I got to engage, I engage. But I try not to, because I'd rather do my material that I prepared. But you have to sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If someone starts talking, I just start staring at them.
Yeah, I do that as well.
And then I say, what are you talking about? And then they usually like,
right. But I try to find a place where I'm not interrupting my own rhythm either, you know?
Yeah, I know. I hate when I hear something, but I'm like, I gotta finish this joke because if I don't, it's gonna bump.
Yeah.
So it's like, so that's a huge thing.
And the other thing I've learned too, and you probably found this out, I gotta control my anger.
Yeah.
Anger is not really funny.
It's not.
Because you've lost control and now the audience is afraid. They don't know what's going
Unless
on.
you're Bill Burr. You know what I mean? Unless you're like that, that's
but
your
Bill
style.
Burr's always angry.
I know.
So yeah,
so it's just
I love Bill
mask.
Burr, man.
Yeah,
he's
great.
funny. Yeah.
But like when you're a comedic style or your personality on stage is angry, you can get away with it. But like I'm guessing you're a likable. You know what I mean? We're like we have this likable personality. If you flip out and get mad, it's hard. You got to reset the room.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it's it's not even like resetting from zero. It's resetting from like negative because
The worst thing that happened to me was a show I was doing where the room was horrible, and they went after the MC, and the feature act was a female comic who was very good, but they blew up her set where this bachelorette party got in front of her on stage and wanted to take pictures of the party, and she literally couldn't finish her set, just left the stage. The MC brings me up. I'm seething. I'm so angry. I just went at him right away. I'm just hitting them, with jokes, whatever I could got in the cannon. Boom, 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 making fun of their outfits and all that.
Yeah.
Well, I come on stage as this angry little guy that nobody likes or knows yet. I haven't established character.
Yeah.
So they hated me. I was supposed to do 45. I did 20. Got out of there before I got shot. But I mean, that's
a big
But so listen, I learned I can't do that.
Yeah.
I can't be angry. I have to control it. Yeah.
I know.
Well, thanks for watching our therapy session here,
I know,
everybody. I
right?
appreciate it. Man, it's great to meet you. Good
Pleasure,
luck
bro.
on
Thanks
the
so
road.
much.
Preacher Lawson, if you get a chance, check out his act, guys. That'll do it for this version of Lee's Open Mic.